What's up, guys? Blizzard Productions here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing what I have been doing every other week since the NFL season has started, which is I am predicting every NFL game and what the outcome is going to be. And so, with that being said, if you don't know what this is, it's exactly how it sounds. Like I just said, I'm predicting the outcome of every NFL game that's happening this week and why I think that that's going to be the outcome. So, with that being said, before we start, I have a couple things to say. First off, is that there is a game that is already into, I think, almost the fourth quarter now. It's about 8:30 when I am filming this right now. But the game's been already going on for 2 hours because it's in Germany. So it started at 6:30. It was the Seahawks and Buccaneers game. And so I did go ahead and predict that because when I go ahead and put in what my predictions and what I think that the predictions are going to be, I always do those on Saturdays, and then on Sundays I do the voiceovers, which is this morning. And so with that being said, I already had guessed who I thought was going to win, and I think they are winning right now. I think I guessed the Bucs, and right now the Buccaneers are winning. So with that being said, if you guys are like, oh well, he went ahead and rigged it or whatever, I did not rig it. And also the game is actually kind of close. Last time I saw it was 14-3, but Seattle had the ball, and Seattle's down 14-3. So it could come down pretty close at the end. So with that being said, now I can go ahead and say all the other games I went ahead and have predicted already, and obviously those don't start till 10 o'clock because I am on the West Coast, so those start at 10 o'clock. And so with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and let's get into it. Starting off, we have the really early morning game, the Germany game. It'll be the Buccaneers and the Seahawks, and I think that the Buccaneers are going to win. I know that the Seahawks have been doing really, really good, and the Buccaneers are on a humongous losing streak and definitely not doing that good this season. But I do think that Tom Brady is finally going to lead his team to win. The reason why I say this is, first of all, because he is 3-0, meaning he has 3 wins, 0 losses in foreign countries, and obviously Germany is a foreign country. And so with that being said, that is the record that he can really have that's really good, a perfect record in foreign countries. And then not only that, but I just think that him and his team are just really eager to get a win right now. And so with that being said, I see this being the game that's going to turn around their season, and they are going to get. Moving on, we had the Lions at the Bears, and the Lions are coming off a really, really good win against the Packers, but I think that the Bears are going to win. First of all, it's a home game at Soldier Field, and I think that that's going to help the Bears a lot because that home crowd advantage is really serious when it comes to Soldier Field. And then not only that, but I think that the Bears are the better team. Like I just said, though, the Lions are coming off a really, really good win and a very good defensive game for the Lions last week against the Packers. But I just don't see them going ahead and continuing how good they're playing. I think it was a little more of a fluke, that game, and this game will be showing if they really are starting to turn around or if that was just a really good game. So with that being said, though, I think that Justin Fields is a decent quarterback now. He's been starting to learn it after it's been his first year, so now it's his second year. And I think with that being said, we will see Justin Fields and the Bears win. Moving on, we had the Browns at the Dolphins, and I think actually this is going to be a pretty good game, but in the end, the Dolphins coming away with the win. Like I said, the last few times I've talked about the Dolphins, they just are a really good team. They are very well coached, and not only that, but I think that their team in general is really good. Tua is a pretty good quarterback, and he has really good weapons. He has Tyreek Hill, and he has Jalen Waddle, and not only that, but their new pickup that they just picked up from the Niners is also really good. And so with that being said, I think that with all the weapons that they will have, they will be able to overcome the Browns. Moving on, we had the Broncos at the Titans, and honestly, I have a really, really weird feeling about this game, but I think that the Broncos are actually going to somehow pull off the win. Like I said, it's really weird. I don't know why I feel that the Broncos are going to win, but there's just something up in the air that I'm feeling that the Broncos are really eager to win this game, and they are going to pull it off. Moving on, we had the Vikings at the Bills, and honestly, this is probably going to be one of the best games of the year, but I think that the Bills are going to win. The reason why I say I think this might be one of the best games of the year is because, everything is just so good. Both records are super good. The Vikings are 7-1, and the Bills are 6-2, coming off a loss right now. But, the Bills and Vikings, like I just said, are both really good. I see their offenses both kind of going off, and there being a lot of touchdowns in this game, but then the defense also kind of starting to show up towards the end. And I think the only reason why the Bills are going to win this game is because where they are is just the Bills Mafia. The Bills Mafia is really, really good. And when you're at the Bills Stadium and stuff, I bet it's just so hyped there. So with that being said, I have the Bills riding that momentum and going and riding away with the win. Moving on, we had the Texans at the Giants, and I think this is going to be a blowout victory for the Giants. The Giants are just a really good team this year, which is very surprising because I did not expect that, and they are definitely in a rebuild right now. But they are doing very good right now. They are very consistent in moving the ball on offense and doing a very good job on offense. And on defense, too, their defense is really good. If Saquon Barkley has a really good game, then I have this game being a really big blowout. Moving on, we had the Jaguars at the Chiefs, and I have this being a pretty good victory for the Chiefs, but it depends on what type of team comes out for the Jaguars. What I mean by that is sometimes they'll have really good games and sometimes they'll have really bad games. Obviously, when they have really bad games, they're not going to have the end result that they want, but usually when they have really good games, they're going to come away with the win. But in this case, even if they do have a really good game, I think that they will still go ahead and lose because Arrowhead Stadium is where the Chiefs are playing, which is going to give the Chiefs a major home field advantage because of all those loud and rowdy Chiefs fans. So with that being said, I have the Chiefs coming away with the win. Moving on, we had the Saints at the Steelers. Both teams not going to the playoffs this year, but I think that the Saints are going to win it in this game. I think that the Saints are definitely the better team, but their record does not show how decent they can be at offense. I mean, I'm not saying that they're the best at offense, but I think that they are better than some teams that are out there, and I definitely think that they are better than the Steelers' offense. Kenny Pickett definitely has lots of work to do before he can be an elite quarterback for the Steelers, but right now, I think that he's just trying to get in the groove, trying to get those, first, season jitters out and all that, and I think next season he'll be a lot better. But with that being said, this isn't next season, and so for this season, I see the Saints defense having a field day, doing really good, and then as for their offense, I have their offense scoring quite a bit of points as well. So with that being said, I have the Saints coming away with a pretty big win. Moving on, we had the Colts at the Raiders, and I think that this game is going to be a big game for the Raiders to go ahead and win. The Raiders really need to prove themselves right now. I don't think that they're going to make playoffs, but they just have to finish with the 500 or above record because right now they are really underperforming expectations, and they have blown so much leads in the third and fourth quarters. I mean, they were up against the Jaguars by, I think, 3 touchdowns, or it was 17-0. I mean, it was a really big wide margin, and the Jaguars ended up coming back and coming away with the win. So with that being said, I have the Raiders though needing to show all their pride, all their guts, and with the Colts side, I mean, they just got a new head coach, but I still think that the Raiders are going to come away with the win. Moving on, we had the Cardinals at the Rams, and both these teams are kind of struggling right now, but I think in the end, the Rams are going to come away with the win. I just think that the Rams are the better team. The Rams are definitely struggling this year, but I think that they will change things and turn things around and still go to the playoffs. It's just a slow start for them, and I think that this is a game, unfortunately, that's going to make them start competing again and start to catch up in the NFC West. Moving on, we had the Cowboys at the Packers, and I think that this is going to be a really good game. But in the end, the Cowboys are going to come away with the win. It is at Lambeau Field, so it's going to cause lots of problems for the Cowboys offense and snap counts and all that because of how loud the Lambeau Field fans can get. But I think, though, that the Cowboys right now are on a really good hot streak, and the Packers have lost, 4 in a row now, maybe 5? So they are not doing good right now. I think that they're going to put up a fight, but in the end, the Cowboys defense is going to get the ball and have their offense march downfield and score on the final drive. Moving on, we had the Sunday night football game, the Chargers at the Niners. I'm a Niners fan, and I hope that the 49ers win, and I think that they will come away with the win in the end. I think that this game will be very competitive, will be very close, come down to pretty much the last drive, but I had the 49ers defense making really big stops and really key stops, and then the offense starting to wake up. I have Christian McCaffrey actually having a pretty good game in this one, and then I have Jimmy Garoppolo also trying to prove that he is a better quarterback than what he has been showing to us this season. So with that being said, I have the 49ers coming away with the win. And last but not least, we had the Monday Night Football game, the Commanders at the only undefeated team in the NFL, the Eagles, and I think that the Eagles are going to stay undefeated and beat the Commanders. If I remember correctly, tell me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I think it was the 2020 season when the Pittsburgh Steelers were like 11-0, and they were doing really, really good. Obviously, hadn't lost the game yet, and then they went against the Commanders, who used to be the Washington football team, and if I remember correctly, they ended up going ahead and losing and broke that, and then from there, their season just went downhill. But with that being said, what I'm trying to get at this is that the Commanders can also go ahead and play spoiler in this and make another team that was undefeated not be undefeated anymore. And I don't think that'll be the case though here, but I think that they will put up a fight against the Eagles. I think that Heineke is actually a decent quarterback, and he needs to get a chance because Carson Wentz is definitely not as good as him in my opinion. So with that being said, I have in the end the Eagles though coming away with the win. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if I get to 100 subscribers by December 31st, then I will go ahead and make another parody. And I really enjoy making those parodies, but I will not make another one until I get to 100 subscribers by December 31st. So I can't do that without you guys subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And if you are, go ahead and send this video or other videos of mine to friends and tell them to subscribe. Friends, family, and if you're close to your boss, go ahead and send that to the boss. So with that being said, I thank you guys for watching this video. I think this is going to be a really good NFL week, and I hope that the Niners go ahead and win, because if they win and the Seahawks lose, they're only, 0.5 games behind? So, with that being said, I really hope that the Niners win, and all the other games I predict it right. So, once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next